What's up YouTube, Dom here from Movie Nerd Reviews, here to update all of you on the latest movie news, reviews, and clues. So this is a movie that for the past couple of weeks I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews over. That made me really curious to see the movie for a lot of different reasons. The first being to see if this would actually be the first video game movie that doesn't stink. And I'm happy to say that no, it does not stink. Does the movie have its problems? Yes, but what movie doesn't? So here is my official review for Warcraft, the movie. So in Warcraft, the Orcs' people's planet is dead, and they are attempting to find a new home. The Orc sorcerer Gul'dan manages to open up a portal to the human world of Azeroth, allowing only a fraction of the Orc people through, including Durotan, the leader of the Frost Clan. Meanwhile, the humans of Azeroth must contend with the Orc invaders, as the Orcs are burning and pillaging their villages, capturing anyone they can, because Gul'dan needs life in order to power his dark magic known as the Fel, which will allow him to bring the rest of the Orcs through onto Azeroth. Now, if that doesn't sound like a bunch of fantasy mumbo-jumbo, then I don't know what does. Now, as I stated before, I like this movie probably more than most because I'm a sucker for anything fantasy-based. I never played Warcraft or World of Warcraft games, but from a film standpoint, I can tell that this was a film that was made with love, and I have to give credit where credit is due to director Duncan Jones for that. The director of Moon and Source Code, you could tell that he cared deeply for the source material, and if it had been handled by anyone else, it would have turned into a hot mess. This movie came close to falling apart a couple of times, and it held together thanks to Duncan. The CGI was terrific, as each and every one of the orcs looked completely realistic, and the battle sequences were fantastic as well. Performances all around were great, with Travis Fimmel, Paula Patton, Dominic Cooper, Ben Foster, and Toby Kebbell all delivering in their respective turns as Anduin Lothar, Ghidorah, King Lund, Medivh, and Durotan. I liked how Toby's following in Andy Serkis' footsteps as the next motion capture performer, first with Apes, then with this, and then soon followed by the King Kong reboot down the road. In terms of what I didn't like, there wasn't too much, but there were still certainly a few things that didn't make sense. The romance angle between Lothar and Ghidorah felt kind of forced and unnecessary, especially considering where they both ended up by the end of the movie. Also, I didn't care about Lothar's son at all. The scene where Blackhand kills him, it feels really forced, and Fimmel acted his heart out for the scene, but the movie just did a really bad job of establishing their father-son bond. As for Ben Foster, I thought his performance as Medivh was great, but there were certain points where his character's motivations weren't established too clearly, at least not for me. I feel like Medivh's arc is something that the gaming viewers would understand more than I would. As for Khadgar and the guy who played him, I didn't think he was too annoying, but his age certainly showed, and he felt really out of place sometimes, and it kind of bugged me, but not to the point where it ruined the movie. The last thing that bugged me is the way that the movie ended. It felt like the studio stepped in and forced Duncan Jones to do a rewrite in order to leave it open for a sequel. It wasn't the worst I've seen, but it definitely felt like they could have wrapped certain things up, but they chose not to. Overall, one of the better fantasy movies, and the first video game movie that is not total crap. Props to Duncan Jones for keeping us invested in the source material, fantastic performances, and hopefully the beginning of a new era for franchises. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Wow, this is crazy. This movie gives me a lot of hope for the future of video game movies. Here's hoping that I like Assassin's Creed as much as I do this movie. So this review is pretty cool, but if you like this video, click the like button, comment, and subscribe for more awesome movie stuff. Also, if you want just more of myself on the internet in general, follow me on Twitter @MovieNerdReview or go to my website, movienerdreviews.com. That's it. I'll see you next time.